Darren, a 2-1 defeat away at Maidstone today. What do you make of that one?
Disappointing. Well below the levels we've set ourselves of late. Started the game obviously very well. For the majority of the first half, I thought we was quite dominant. Without being. I don't know. We've moved the ball with a little bit more purpose than we did tonight. A lot of our passing was a little bit safe at times, but having had a good start, I wanted us to push on and go for the second goal. And we did a bit, but not as much as I wanted us to. Coming at half time and spoke about a potential change in their approach to the second half. And didn't, obviously, for 15-20 minutes, maybe even longer, 25 minutes into the start of the second half, couldn't come to grips with them just pressing a bit higher, putting balls back in and slinging it down our throat and getting up behind it, and just generally, in my opinion, just working a bit harder. We didn't deal with that. And then obviously we find ourselves for 15 minutes at the back end of the game, huffing and puffing to get back in, but they're quite happy to sit and counter them because they've got something to protect. So, but overall, a performance that was below what we've set ourselves of late.
It's often seen when a side scores so early, they do get complacent. Is that what fell with your side today?
Is complacent the word? Possibly. I mean, I'm looking, and we've just spoken there. I'm looking at our mentality recently against teams that are above us and pushing for playoffs and promotion, and our mentality's been spot on. And I find myself questioning our mentality against the teams that we're playing of late beneath us, or through the course of the season beneath us. So, it's something we've got to be better with, and it's something that we've spoke about that we need to improve from between now and the end of the season, and obviously something that we'll be spending a lot of time working on, how we approach games and our mental approach if we're going to push on next season and have a real go at getting promoted.
A defeat like this at this stage of the season can sometimes help you as well see the players that maybe needed to perform and just didn't today.
No, I mean, I'm not sure a defeat helps. I know what you're trying to say, but it's not that it helps, but what I've got an idea of what I need to take the team and the club forward, and I wouldn't say tonight's performance necessarily highlights anything, but as a group of players, that we've got to have a better mentality, because like I say, you come to a team that all they've done is press a little bit harder in the second half, work a little bit harder, and we come too far away from what we're trying to do and find ourselves losing the game because of it.
Let's talk about positives. Another player in the long line of players that have made the step up from the academy into the first team tonight, Antonis Vasilou, maybe thrown in at the deep end, but he looked more than assured when he came.
Listen, he's a prospect. He's one that we're really keen on, and we believe he's got a future. And my intentions were to use him tonight, regardless. Give him a taste of it. Unfortunately for him, he's come on and played in a defeat, but I'm sure he'll grow from his 10-12 minutes he had, and he done very well, worked hard, tried to do right things, retained the ball. So yeah, he is a plus. I've got to be honest, he's a plus. I thought Ephron was a plus tonight. I thought Ephron was outstanding. Just felt he's growing a little bit, so got to be careful. Didn't want to lose him for the rest of the season. And obviously, listen, I take responsibility for the result and the performance. It's my job. I've left a few players out tonight because of the surface, so that was my decision, and I take responsibility for that. But although I want to finish the season strong, I've got to be mindful of the summer being right and pre-season being right and having a real push next season.
And with those players coming back, a chance to put things right back at the Hive on Saturday.
Of course, I want to put things right. I want to, there's still things to work on. There's still decisions to be made on how we take the club forward. So, I've got my ideas, and I think my ideas have been quite evident in what I'm trying to do. I want us to pass the ball well. and I want to finish the season strong. I didn't obviously want to lose tonight. You know, I wanted a performance tonight, and I wanted to keep our little run going that we've had. And it hasn't happened, but we'll have to start another run on Saturday, hopefully.
Finally, it's the final Tuesday night game of the season, and you were backed again by a good number of travelling supporters down here in Kent tonight.
Yep, and I always, you know, I appreciate their support through the victories and through the good performances, and I appreciate their support when things ain't so good. But my message is always, you know, got to stick together. I know one or two were disappointed tonight, and they showed it, and I get that. But you know, it's important they're with us. They play a huge part, and they've played a massive part of late. And I know there's disappointment, but let's all together look at the bigger picture that's trying to be created here. I appreciate their support, and they've come out on a cold Tuesday night as they did at Eastleigh as well. You know, so I do appreciate it. Understand their frustration. I don't want to lose, but thank you for coming to get behind the team.